So let me give a quick introduction. Prantik is India's #1 psychogeometrics facilitator. So what is psychogeometrics, how it works, how will it help us? He's going to be explaining all that. He's also a life coach and an NLP expert. Prantik has trained over 12,000 students. In fact, he has been in the training and development industry since 2007. That's a very long time. And I'm going to actually ask Prantik to introduce himself. Once I'm done, I'm not going to go into too much detail. I would also like to welcome Dr. Neha. Dr. Neha is Prantik's wife. In fact, Dr. Neha is the one who introduced me to Prantik. And we also have Rupa. Okay, she calls herself Radiant Rupa. You can see her on the screen. So Rupa and Neha, welcome to you as well. And thank you very much for joining in tonight. Prantik, thank you very much. Really, really happy and grateful to you for joining in tonight. And it's over to you. Please take over and the floor is all yours. Okay. Thank you, Prantik.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening, all. Thank you so much, Sudhindra, for creating this beautiful community. And trust me, whatever I was listening, especially the charity part, I really aligned to that. Okay, me, my team, we are all aligned for charity part. And this is something that I truly believe, abundance mentality. The more you give, the more shall come back to you. Okay, so I truly believe that. Thank you so much. All right. Good evening, community, inner circle community. Great. And I know that you are coming from a different professional background. Just a brief background. I am a software graduate by qualification. That is the only degree I have. However, I have never worked in the software industry. The reason is my father was very worried about my studies. So I told him, stop worrying. I will not study further. बोले क्यों आगे क्यों नहीं पढ़ेगा? बोले जितना मेरा कॉलेज में अटेंडेंस है उससे कहीं ज्यादा बार आपको बुलाया जाता है, तो इतना स्ट्रेस मत लीजिए, हम आगे कुछ अपना कुछ करेंगे. So that's how my whole thing started. So great. So today's topic will be psychogeometrics. I want everybody to sit with pen and diary. I can see that many people are taking notes, but those, by any chance, if anybody do not have a pen and diary, please bring along a pen and diary so that you can take some notes. The presentation will last somewhere around 45 minutes. During this presentation, there will be a lot of questions that might come up in your mind. So I respect all the questions. Do write them in your diary. And towards the end, last 15 minutes, we'll surely talk about it. The entire program will be interactive in a way that I'll be asking some questions. I would recommend few answers to be written in the chat box. So please write down. Rupa and Neha, they will be the reader. They will read out the answers to me. Few questions I will ask to write the answer in the diary because there are personal questions. And few questions I will ask someone to unmute and participate with me in a dialogue. So are you ready to participate? Everyone? Okay, great. Thank you. All right. So this program is basically called as communicating despite differences using psychogeometrics. What is the psychogeometrics? Let's understand that. And why this name, communicating despite differences. People, human beings, always had an innate desire to communicate to the next person. However, if we talk about the evolution time, the Neanderthal people, they did not have language at that time. So they started to communicate through sound. They could produce some sound with their mouth. They produce certain sound with certain instruments. And this is the way they started to communicate. And at one point, humans, they invented language. And once they started to use language, and this is where humans identified a problem. They discovered something unique. They discovered that not everybody understands the way it was supposed to be understood. The next person took completely different meaning, and that meaning created a lot of differences and a lot of conflicts among people. People who were working on human potential development, developing the human potential, they identified this problem and they designed many tools to bridge the gap between those conflicts and differences of opinion. And one of the tools that got designed is called psychogeometrics. So psychogeometrics is a very, very powerful communication tool. And how is it going to help you? Which all area you can use it, you can see it in the presentation. So the agenda for this evening will be, first question will be why you should be learning psychogeometrics coming from different professional background, why you should be learning it. Second, what is the science behind psychogeometrics? We'll learn that. and also how you can learn psychogeometrics after I show the demonstration. This is a very, very powerful science. And a bonus for all of you, okay, for all the inner circle community. Brief background, I'm into training from 14 years, as Mr. Surendra said. Now, in these 14 years, I love to learn. So these are few credentials that I've earned. These are certifications I have earned. I've got around 15 certifications. But today, we'll be only talking about psychogeometrics. I'm a global psychogeometrics facilitator. That means I can teach this science across the globe anywhere. I was also awarded for my contribution in organizational development. Now, there are a few questions, so please be ready to write the answer in the chat box and be quick. The first question, do you want to have a great team and family bonding?
Yes.
Somebody has to burn. Yeah. Next, do you want to increase your sales and retain your best customers?
Yes.
Great. Do you want to know the root cause of all the conflicts and do you want to know how to manage them?
Yes.
Great. Psychogeometrics gives you all these outcomes. Okay. Now, have you ever wondered about yourself? Why you behave the way you do? Which means, why are you so organized? Why do you get bored very easily? Why do you have so many friends? And why are you so authoritative? Have you ever wondered about yourself this way? Have you also wondered why you get along with few people really well, whereas few people trigger you and upset you? If you have wondered any of these questions, please write in the chat box, yes.
Yes, daily, multiple times.
Wow, fantastic. Now, continuing the third question, the next question answer, please write the answer in the diary, not in the chat box. Do you have one difficult person in your life? Write down that person's name in your diary. Also write down, why do you consider that person as a difficult person? That means, where do you find yourself helpless dealing with that person? Write down the reason. We are going to revisit this question and also find out the cause of these conflicts. So moving ahead. Now this question answer, I want everybody to participate and put the answer in the chat box. I want you to describe yourself in 3 best adjectives. Now, before you write down, let me give you an example first. These 3 words should not be what other people think of you. These 3 words should be, if you have to introduce yourself to a group of 50 people right here, but you have limitation of only 3 words, what are those 3 words you will use to describe yourself the best? For example, if Prantik has to introduce, he will introduce humorous, spontaneous, and witty. These 3 words describe me. So write down your 3 words.
We have the first one, hard work, detail-driven, passionate. Wow.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Great. Keep sharing your 3 words. By end of the presentation, we'll be randomly picking up 4 people for the demo. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, also, this question, I want you to unmute and answer to me. In today's scenario, exactly today, what do I find the most challenging in my communication and connection with people? What is my biggest challenge today in communication and connecting with people? Unmute and answer.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fear of a response, like how the other person will respond.
Beautiful. Thank you. I'm sorry, I could not hear. No, not audible. Next, anybody?
Lack of confidence.
Lack of confidence in talking to people, initiating the conversation.
May I?
Yeah, please.
Accent.
Accent, the British accent, American accent, those accents?
Neutral accent.
Okay, having a neutral accent.
Yeah.
So that is your biggest challenge in communication.
Right.
And if that is solved, which is the next challenge?
Well, there's no other challenge.
Okay, great. Then fantastic.
What others think when we talk?
What will other things when we talk? Okay, great.
So challenge is not in communication, but I would say there was a challenge in connection with people.
Mhm.
Probably not able to convince them to the level they agree on the terms. Let's say if I say something, they might not agree to my point of view.
Okay, so lack of influencing skills.
Yeah.
Thank you.
To express appropriately.
I'm sorry?
Ability to express appropriately.
Expression. Okay. Hmm.
Whether they take it positively or not.
Whether they will take it positive. That means whether they will understand my intent of communication. Fantastic.
Getting the correct words for correct situations or whatever. I mean, like.
Yeah, using the right words, appropriate words for the right situation. And also we will learn that also to the right people.
Exactly, yeah.
Right words, right situation, right people. Okay. Great. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much. So let's understand, let's come to a common platform. We all have some or the other challenges in communication or connection with people. Okay, we all have. So let's see how can psychogeometrics provide a solution. Now, what is psychogeometrics? Let's decode this word. Psychogeometrics is a combination of two words, which psycho is coming from the word psychology. Geometrics is coming from the subject geometry, algebra and geometry means shapes. So in combination, it is psychogeometrics, which means it's the science of understanding people's psychology. It's the science of decoding people's psychology using geometrical shapes. Okay, so that's the whole science. That's the meaning of the word. Now, the first agenda, why one should be learning this. Now you can unmute and answer about this question. In this rapid changing business scenario, what is the most important thing, the number one thing that you would need to have a cutting edge in your business? 4 options: advanced processes, innovative technology, business strategies, or people skills.
People skills.
People skills.
Exactly. People skills. Because if we do not have good or proper people skills, there would be no people working in our team. No matter how best business strategy we have, we will not be able to execute it. And we all know that 100% of our customers and 100% of our employees are all people. And what the management guru Simon Sinek says, if we don't understand people, we don't understand business. Now, to understand these 2 lines, let's have a pictorial thing. For example, you own this restaurant. What makes restaurant a restaurant?
The ambience.
The food, and people around. The food.
Ambience, food, people. Now you will have the best of ambience, you will have the best of cooks who can cook food, but if there are no customers, people, it is not going to be used. So anything that makes a business is the people in the business. And if this is your restaurant, and now I remove these people, what is this now?
Just tables and chairs.
Exactly. It is just a room which is full of table and chairs, but you may not call it as restaurant because there are no people in it. So people give meaning to your business. But unfortunately, many people don't understand other people. And let's also understand what are the hard costs of not understanding people. That is, the hard cost here means the direct impact on business income. Harvard Business Review says 87% of the business issues are due to lack of interpersonal communication. Now, to give you an example, how many times have you been using these statements in your business world? I fail to understand why my subordinate does not understand my needs. I'm failing to understand what is my customer's exact need. I'm just failing to understand why my people are not understanding what I really want to communicate to them. How many times have you been using such similar statements?
Quite
often.
Often. Okay, great. So that means Harvard Business Review is true. 87% of the business issues are due to lack of interpersonal communication. Now, please help me understand, if there is a lack in interpersonal communication, what will it lead to?
Confusion.
Confusion. Another word?
Conflict.
Conflicts. confusion,
business.
conflicts, okay,
Yes,
lack of
satisfaction.
trust,
Yeah.
right? So you can understand all these problems. And now see what Metal report says. Metal report says managers spend 40% of the time in managing conflicts. And you understand the root cause, not understanding people. And now imagine just 40%. This is such a huge number. 30 days. Uska 40% is 12 days. Managers spend 12 days just managing. Bhaiya, jhagda mat karo. See, they're just managing people, okay? Not in productivity, just managing people. And because they are not, those 12 days of productivity is lost, this has led to a loss of $350 billion. Gallup research. And this is 1 year alone. So now imagine how many years. Also, sales report says that 50% of the sales happen only after the 5th meeting. So that means 4 meetings just goes in understanding the client's need and rapport building. Now, psychogeometrics provides becomes as a tool which gives you all these solutions. How? Let's understand that. Now, how would your company look? Just imagine. How would your company look if you and all its people would become more caring, more convincing, more efficient, more performing?
A perfect workplace.
Perfect workplace. Beautiful. Anything else? Anybody?
Happy workplace.
Happy workplace. Great. Now let's talk about this beautiful red color word, performance. Anybody is into sales here in this room?
Mohit is here. He raised his hand.
Okay, Mohit, because I cannot see anybody's video. So you can, Mohit, can you just unmute? We can speak.
Yeah, I'm there.
So what sales you are into?
I am into financial sales. I am into a bank.
Bank. Okay, so you are working in a bank and you upsell the products.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, great. So let's talk about it. You love to have good performance in your office?
Yeah, that is the core criteria. We have our targets. We have to achieve our targets.
And I completely agree because one of my background is I was an insurance trainer.
Yeah.
And I have trained bank employees for banca insurance.
Right.
So I can completely understand. I can relate to that. Now we all want this beautiful word performance. Now, Mohit, I've got a question. Let's consider there is a certain amount you will be earning after doing some sales. Okay, just for an example, I do not know the truth. You pitch to 5 customers daily.
Right.
End of the month, considering there are no holidays, you would be pitching to 150 clients in a month. But unfortunately, you have not been able to sell a single insurance policy, FD, or mutual fund.
Right.
Would you get any performance bonus?
No. First of all, to come to that point, it will be very...
example. I just took an example.
No. It's basically whatever we are selling, the leads we are creating, these have been tracked by our superiors.
Yes.
So coming to 30-day time and not performing at all is basically killing yourself.
I know that. I'm just wanting an example.
Yeah.
That's why I've called you.
No bonus. Yeah, there's no bonus.
Right. Okay.
No bonus.
So please understand, everybody, we are paid for our performance, not for our efforts. So now, no matter how much Mohit goes and convinces the boss, I have worked hard, I have spoken to 150 clients. See, you can check the track record. No bonus, because you are paid for the results, not for efforts. Now, Mohit, have you seen that 2 people, they must have joined on the same month, but at the end of 3 months and 6 months, their performance are very different than each other?
Yes.
Why?
There are a lot of reasons what I believe. One is that somebody who's really serious into building career, would take the trainings and the learning seriously and apply it into the business.
Perfect.
Secondly, obviously there could be work pressure in terms of the business pressure. And I think so understanding also, like somebody is a fast learner, so he can very well pick up the things and learn very fast. Yeah.
Perfect answer. Now, if I have to just wrap it up in one single word, we have decoded the reason behind it. We have decoded that a person's personality affects the performance. And any person's personality comprises of basically 4 things. 1, core needs and beliefs, thinking patterns, emotional reactions, and behavioral patterns. These are the 4 things that makes a person's personality. Okay, let's take, for example, a belief. Okay, like I'm coming from insurance background. Let me take an example for insurance. 2 people got insurance license in the same month. But one person is thinking, wow, I'm in such a noble profession. If any kind of contingency happens in at anybody's home, I'm the only person who is going to take money into the family. Rest all relatives are there to take the money out of the family. I'm the only one who is going to take money into the family. Wow, I'm in such a noble profession. The second advisor is thinking, oh, I have to do door-to-door selling. Oh, it's so insulting if they say no. I can't do this. It's too tough for me. 2 different beliefs will give birth to 2 different performances. So similarly, different reasons also, which Mr. Mohit just mentioned. So now how does psychogeometrics help here? Psychogeometrics will help you understand why I behave the way I do. मैं ऐसा क्यों हूँ? The moment I understand why I behave the way I do, I can manage myself better. On the second hand, it will also help you understand why they behave the way they do. They here means my family members, my clients, my boss, my subordinate, my team member, everybody around me. Why they behave the way they do. Now, the moment I understand why they behave the way they do, I can manage that relationship better. So basically, through psychogeometrics, we are creating highly emotionally intelligent workforce. And what Lao Tzu has said so beautifully, the one who knows others is wise, but the one who knows himself is enlightened. So that is what we are doing right now. So psychogeometrics plays a very important role in solving all the problems that we just saw. First, interpersonal interactions will become very respectful and effective. 87% business challenge taken care. You will be able to understand and manage conflicts in an optimum way. That means 40% of the challenge taken care. Managing intense conversation, closing deals, increasing sales will become better. And also you'll have better customer relationships because you will speak the language the client prefers to listen. And if there are no conflicts, there are a lot of understanding happening, team effectiveness will increase. So these are the 5 outcomes we give through one single workshop, which is called as psychogeometrics. If anybody is from HR background, they will understand the importance of getting all these outcomes because HR department, L&D department, they spend a lot of time in arranging workshops, 5 different workshops to get all these 5 outcomes. We provide that through one workshop. Basically, we are helping create a culture which respects each other's personality differences and still sees it as an opportunity for growth. So that is what we are doing. Now, once we learn it, implement it, let's look at the results that people get. So I'm just sharing tangible results because this is something that we can measure. A participant closed the deal of Mr. and Mrs. Adar Poonawalla by learning this science. Another participant closed the deal of 3.78 lakhs on the 3rd day itself. It is that simple to implement. And one of the participants closed a deal of 11.21 lakhs in just 45 minutes of interaction. And one of the participants 2 days back closed a deal of 40 lakhs and the next day 30 lakhs. So total 70 lakhs. He closed a deal from Bangalore. So these are tangible. Intangibles are also many, and people are getting benefit out of it. Now coming to the second agenda, what is psychogeometrics? We understood why. That means there are some problem in the industries, in the corporate world. Psychogeometrics provides a solution. What is psychogeometrics? To give a background, psychogeometrics was first originated in the year 1978 by Dr. Susan Dellinger. Though it came to India in 2019, and I'm among the pioneers who is spreading the science to many professionals. Now, psychogeometrics was designed after an intensive research on these 2 sciences, which is neurological structure of the brain, how the brain functions, and overlapped with the Carl Jung studies of personality types. Now, these 2 sciences, Dr. Susan Dellinger immersed herself into these sciences, and she told us during the training, she told us that brain, the functioning of the brain is very important for communication. So let's understand this. I want someone to unmute and participate with me in a dialogue. Anybody? Anybody would like to participate with me?
Yes.
May I know who is this?
Sajesh.
Sajesh? Okay. Mr. Sajesh, what do you do?
I'm an elevator professional.
Elevator professional.
Yeah.
Elevator, the lift.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what do? You design?
I'm a service manager.
Service manager. Okay. So let's understand. So now you are a service manager. Do you have to talk to a lot many people?
Yes.
Great. So now, can you see this image in front of you?
Yes.
Okay. This is the structure of our brain, and we all have two hemispheres of the brain. One is the left, second is the right. Do you have any idea, sir, if anybody is a left brain dominant person? If anybody is a left brain dominant person, how would that person be processing the data or information?
Logically.
Mr. Sajesh, any idea?
I think some of the teachers, that kind of people.
No. Do you know how do they process the data or information?
They study very well.
They study very well.
Study very well, and they analyze entire data, then come to a conclusion.
Perfect. So analysis, you used a word, that's perfect. Another lady used logically. Yes. So I'll make it very simple for everybody to remember. Left brain, L means they are extremely logical. So they understand logically, they are good in analysis, they are sequential. That means they understand sequentially, and they are also good with numbers. And right brain people are exactly the opposite. They are emotional, creative, abstract, and artistic in nature. So, Mr. Sajesh, I've got a question for you right now.
Yeah.
Let's consider that you are a left brain dominant person.
Okay.
And you're sitting in front of a right brain dominant client.
Okay.
Do you think the language of understanding will be the same?
No.
And if the language of understanding is not same, do you think influencing them, closing the deal, getting the work done will be easy?
Not that much.
Not that much. Now, how about if I tell you, you will be able to identify whether the next person I'm speaking to is a left brain or right brain person in less than 30 seconds. Will that help you?
Yes, definitely.
Good. Will that help? And rest all people, you can put in the chat box. If knowing whether I'm speaking to a left brain person or a right brain person in less than 30 seconds, will it help you? If yes, then put in the chat box.
Yes, definitely.
So this is where psychogeometry. Okay, this is where psychogeometry gives you the cutting edge. It helps you identify which part of the brain is dominant in less than 30 seconds. Okay, so there are 3 USPs of psychogeometrics. Thank you so much, Mr. Sajesh. There are 3 USPs of psychogeometrics. One, it is very simple, very profound and deep psychometric tool, which is now available in India. It is most cost-effective psychometric tool. It does not burn your pocket. And it's the only psychometric tool which gives written strategies to communicate to the other personalities. So it becomes very easy to implement also. And why we call it very simple? Because in the world of psychogeometrics, there are just 5 shapes. There are just 5 shapes. And all these shapes, if you look very carefully, we have all learned in our childhood. Square, triangle, rectangle, circle, squiggle. We have all learned this. Now in the world of psychogeometrics, we call them as personality shapes. So now whenever we are meeting anyone, we are talking to someone, and we want to have a purposeful and effective communication, we understand what is the personality shape of the next person, and we speak exactly according to that shape. How we are able to identify that is we learn in the workshop. However, let's understand that each personality shape have their core needs. What is a need? Need is something that I cannot live without. For example, my need is to be always on time. So that's my need, my personality need. So similarly, these personalities have their core needs. And to be able to communicate or influence any kind of person, you should understand the need of that person and need of their personality. For example, square their need is to have security, certainty, objectivity, and perfection. Triangles need success, achievement, power, and status. Rectangle, discovery, direction, attention, and support. Squiggles, they need excitement, change, variety, and spontaneity. Squiggles, they need love, intimacy, harmony, and deep connection. If you look very carefully, none of the needs overlap with each other, and that's why identifying their needs, their personality needs, becomes very easy. Let me also take you to a different tangent altogether. We deal with people in the business world. We also live with people at home. And those who are parents, you have children, your children also have personality shapes. So let's say, for example, if you have a square personality child, they would love rules, they do not share their toys, and they need answers to all their questions. However, if you have a triangle child, they are very competitive in the class, top 3, top 5 ranking all the time, and they always want to be on stage. If you have a rectangle child, they are not very strong in decision making, they need support while decision making. Whereas squiggles, they are always excited, they need new toys every day, they need variety of toys all the time, and they're very spontaneous. A circle child is the one, whenever you come back home, they will come and hug you, kiss you, give you water, and ask you, Mama, Dada, how was your day? So this is how you will be able to identify the shape of your children, deal with them accordingly, so it helps you become much more better parent. Now let's come back to the business world. Now we are going to learn about expectation. Whatever is my need becomes expectation from others. For example, my need is to be always on time. I expect my team member Rupa also to be on time. Now let's say, for example, she's new, she has joined new, and she does not know me, my need, my personality. So she will not be able to fulfill my expectations. So whenever the needs and expectations are not fulfilled, there are conflicts. Just for an example, consider that you are a square personality, who expects others to be orderly, accurate, and persistent. Now you can be a parent, a business head, a departmental head, an entrepreneur, whatever profession you are into. But you have to deal with the squiggle, child, business partner, subordinate, client, who has these expectations. Now please unmute and share what kind of relationship they both will be sharing.
It's difficult for both to understand each other.
Yeah.
They'll have a lot of clashes.
They'll
not match.
They'll not match.
Not a harmonious relationship.
Not a harmonious relationship. Perfect. Now let's take one more example. Let's consider you are a circle personality who loves to work in caring, trustworthy, open environment. Whereas you have a triangle boss, family member, or a team member or a friend who says, use authority, create visibility, work for achievement. What kind of relationship?
They are also opposite in nature.
Conflicts.
Conflicts? Okay. I want you to go back to the question where difficult relationship. So now I want you to go back to the question where I asked you, do you have one difficult person in your life? Go back to that page. You will understand people are not difficult. People are just different personality than us who have different needs and expectations from us, and vice versa. And because we do not know their personality, their needs, their expectation, that is where the conflicts arise. People are not difficult. They are just different personality than us. And similarly, the rectangle have different expectation and also challenges with other shapes. Through psychogeometrics, we also get to know the working need of each shape. Having worked with many corporates, I have seen that many of the leaders, managers say, oh, we want to retain that employee, just increase the bonus or give promotion, do something, and let's retain that. However, we understand that money is not always the best motivation. Each shape has different working need. And if as a leader, we understand this and we are able to work with our team accordingly, we can retain the employees in the best possible manner. For example, the square personality always works for respect. If they don't feel respected, they leave the organization. The triangle loves to lead a department, lead a project, lead a plant. If they do not get opportunity to lead, they leave the organization. Rectangle always brings in change element. They always try to change some processes, bring some new ideas. If their ideas are not respected, they leave the organization. Circles love to connect. However, if they are put in conflicting environment, they leave the organization. Squiggles, they love to create and innovate. If they do not get opportunity to innovate, they leave. So you can see every shape has different working need. So these are the organizations where we have trained all these workshops. We have trained around 1,862 participants till last month, in last 2 years, since January 2019. And is it so simple? Can we take a quantum shift in our business, in our professional world using psychogeometrics? Let's do a small demonstration of it. Rupa, ready?
Yes, Tanvir.
Yeah.
The first person is Althea. Hard work, detail-driven, passionate.
Althea, may I ask you to unmute?
Yes.
Yes, I've unmuted.
Okay, great. Althea, what profession you are into?
I'm in an international development organization.
Mm-hmm. And working since?
Since the last 25 plus years.
Okay, great. Okay. Now, psychogeometric, those 3 words has nothing to do. Those 3 words are just gateway to interact with few people. Okay, that's all. Now, I do not even need to see. I just need to hear that person for 30 seconds. That's enough. So, all few things about Miss Althea. Whenever she gives you an appointment, if she has given you an appointment of 11 o'clock, please reach at 10:55. She does not like people who are late. That's one. Secondly, if she has given time from 11 to 11:30, please finish the meeting at 11:30 and move out of it, because 11:31 she has another appointment. If you reach at 11:15, you will get only time from 11:15 to 11:30 only, not half an hour. Half an hour is gone. Now, whenever you meet Miss Althea, you discuss your proposal, your ideas, and you are moving out, please leave some printed reading material in her hand. She loves to have a lot of data. She loves to read a lot of data. Only then she will take the decision. And whenever you give that data, okay, let's say, for example, you give the paper this way, please let the paper be very crisp. If the paper is folded at any end, she has already switched you off in her mind, saying that you are very disorganized. I cannot work with you. Yes, Miss Althea?
To a certain extent, yes. Not 100%, but yes. I mean, I like to be on time for meetings. I like to be prepared before the meetings to know what I have to deliver at the meetings. Yeah, I do that, and I do like to be more organized at meetings. I don't like to just get into a meeting just like that, Ken. Yes. So yeah.
That's what I said. And I also said how you prefer to listen from other people.
Yeah.
I also said that. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Althea.
Thank you. The next person is Naresh Kumar. Focused, ethical, willing to learn.
Naresh ji?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you do?
Sir, I am a quality manager in the manufacturing industry.
Hmm.
We are making
May I know the name of the company?
Godrej.
Godrej. Okay, great. Since how many years?
I am here since 2008.
2008. Okay, great. So almost similar to what Miss Althea I told, almost similar to that. However, there is one more extra thing. You would, for you, one thing is very important. Can I trust the next person? So in every conversation, you are continuously looking, can I trust this relationship? Can I trust this person?
Yes.
All right. And one warning to all of you, if you break Mr. Naresh's trust once, you struggle for this entire life. He will never take you back in his life. Right, sir?
That's right somewhere.
Okay. And that has happened with you. You know that.
Yeah. Sometime it happens, but it takes a very long time for the person. He has to prove again, and then it takes a long time.
Yeah, that's what I say. I mean, I exaggerated that. They have to struggle a lot but you may not take them back. Okay, that's the condition of.
Yes.
Okay,
so that's right.
Miss Althea is a square personality. Naresh ji is a square and circle combination personality. Right, sir?
Right, sir. Right.
बराबर था ना, आपने अपने आप को ढूंढ लिया था, मुझे वो भी combination.
Actually, those words were helping us to understand us and our surroundings also.
Exactly. Okay, one more.
Thank you, Mr. Naresh. The next
Thanks.
person is Kuldeep Verma, humorous, ethical, friendly.
Kuldeep ji?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, yes. Kuldeep ji, since how many years?
Where? I'm 53 years now.
No, since how many years you have been working professionally?
Almost 30 plus.
Almost 30 plus?
Yeah.
Okay, 3 words क्या बोला फिर से?
Basically ethical, humorous, and
Friendly.
what is it?
Friendly.
Friendly, yeah, okay.
Okay. Now, if I come to your office, unless until your office has a clean desk policy, that's a different story. Okay. But if I come to your office, there's a high possibility I might see either of these 5 things and an or combination में. A flower, a plant, family photograph, chocolate cookies, and a memorable gift or a inspiring greeting card on your table.
Yeah, yes. Not specifically, but yes, I am fond of those things. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you have on your desk?
Something to eat. What you said, like something cookies or something, and generally motivating sentences here and there in my diaries or somewhere. Yeah.
Guaranteed. I take the guarantee it will be there. So either of these 5 things I said that.
Yeah.
So now, have I ever come to your office?
No.
But how do I know that?
Smart man.
Psychogeometrics. So psychogeometrics also gives you that kind of detail. What can you expect in somebody's office? Okay, so you get to know that detail. So,
challenging actually. I really surprised actually. You know?
Yeah. And now something very important. In Hindi फिल्मों में dialogue होता है, आप आओगे अपनी मर्जी से, जाओगे मेरी मर्जी से.
Okay.
So this is true for Mr. Kuldeep. If he has given time at 11 o'clock, you should reach at 11 o'clock. He loves that. But departure or the exit time, he will decide because he loves to talk. And sometimes the meeting, 1 hour meeting lasts 1.5 hours, 2 hours easily.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Thank you.
So just to give you the whole idea. So you saw all of you are strangers to me. I have never met any of you in this lifetime till now. We are interacting for the first time. Just listening to any person. Okay. So understand, even over the phone, you can identify the personality and you can design how to communicate to the next person. So this is what happens using psychogeometrics. So now to move ahead, before the time goes away, what are the benefits? Let me share. It is one-time learning, one-time investment. That means there are no level 1, level 2, level 3. अभी यहाँ पे invest करो, फिर उस next workshop में आपको बड़ा one level only. Simple, finished. You can use this science, learn this science, and use this to communicate to any person across the globe. We have participants across the globe. It's a proven science and effortless to use. I just showed it to you. It will make you very confident. A few people were giving some challenges. We do not know how to initiate. We do not know how to start the conversation. Okay, lack of confidence ho sakta hai, lack of initiation hai, and what will other people think? So first of all, confidence will be there because if I know that if Miss Athila always prefers people to reach on time and she herself is very organized, I will be organized while presenting in front of her. So it makes me very confident because I know her personality already. It will make you very popular because people like people who understand them. And if you understand them, influencing them becomes very, very easy. And it's a very unique and profound science to grow into the best version of yourself. So these are the 5 unique benefits. Let's move ahead. This is our Rohit Nair, one of our friends who got a lot of benefits using psychogeometrics in his insurance business. Okay, how you can learn it? I'm not showing the video right now because probably I've crossed the time. How you can learn this? You can learn this science on coming 25th and 26th. I know it's a short notice. However, if anybody can make it, please do make it. Okay, it's on Saturday and Sunday, 25th and 26th, 4 hours each day, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So total 8 hours workshop, you'll learn. So Rupa and Neha are in this room. You can connect with them. The investment, the one-time investment, okay, for lifetime learning is just 618. And if any international participants is $120. Okay. There are no other. There is no level 1, level 2, nothing. Okay, it's there. However, it's actually the entire workshop is actually 10 hours. Here we give you the basic part, and the other extra part, the remaining 2 hours, there's an advanced workshop which is a part of 6618 that you are paying. Why we have kept it separately? Because we want you to learn and implement for 15 days, and then we invite you to the advanced workshop so that now you know how to deal with their emotional aspect. Okay, how each shape gets triggered emotionally. What all you will be learning? You will be learning language of each shape, how they speak, how they think, what do they prefer, their aspiration, beliefs, needs, everything you will get to learn. Their stress factors, what triggers them, how you can create bonding despite people's personality being different, how you can lead your team, understanding emotional triggers, and some strategies to manage your emotional triggers. The entire workshop, all the 3 days are backed up with enough notes, which will be coming on email to you. You can always refer it whenever you want to. And the bonus that we have for all of you, okay, Sudhindra helps you with charity. We will help you with gratitude. We are overcoming some challenges. Okay, this pandemic has given a lot of challenges. And I've seen many people during these challenging times, they have shifted into negative thinking. And I've also discovered gratitude is one powerful tool which brings back the thought process into positive zone. So there would be a gratitude journal link. You have to just click it. It will open up and you can download it. We are not going to ask you for name, number, email, nothing of that sort. You just have to download it, print it, okay, bind it, and start writing. It's a 66 days gratitude journal. Okay, so that's a gift from all of us to you. And I would love to see all of you in the workshop. Thank you. Any questions? Now you may ask. Anybody wants to register, put your number. My team will get back to you. Anything?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard you saying that the left-hander person basically is more logical, but the right-hander person is not so logical. Have I got you rightly?
No, left brain dominant, not left hand.
Okay, left brain dominated. Okay, so how do you know that the person is a left brain dominated person?
The moment, after learning the science, the moment we speak to any person for about 30 seconds, we get to know that. That's what I teach.
Okay. I got you wrongly then. I'm sorry. I thought you said left-handed person. No. So that's why I was a little bit confused. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Nitin, you wanted to ask something? No, voice is not audible. If you are speaking, in case you are speaking, I don't know. Anybody else?
I want to ask something.
Yes, Reshma.
Am I audible? Yeah. I just want to ask, after doing the workshop for 2 days, don't you think, I'm not saying it's a bad thing or right thing, just wanted to know, after knowing all this, we will be more calculative while speaking to a person in professional and personal level, whether the person is right brain or left brain, and we would be calculating things. How should we talk to the person? What kind of question we can ask if he's a right brain or left brain? So, is it right approach after learning all this?
Okay. Let me handle it in normal world today. Okay, without psychogeometrics. You are as it is doing that.
Yeah, but if I know that person, what is the nature of the person after meeting in profession, you know people and you know how the nature of the person is, then only you go and ask question and respond to them.
Exactly.
But yeah,
exactly, right? So now what you said about nature, how much time does it take you today to identify or calculate the nature?
Maybe 2-3 meetings, and perception what you get from other people.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So now let's keep aside the perception, because perception is that person's view.
Yeah, but somebody has told me something about the person, and now I have to go and speak to him. So I have something in my mind about that person.
Okay, that is again judgment, and that is not valid also. So let's keep the perception aside.
Sure.
Now tell me, in your real world, in the personal world and professional world, don't you change the style of speaking as per the nature of the person?
Yeah, we do.
You're already doing that?
Yes, we do.
Now that nature, identifying nature or understanding nature, if I just use it and say, we know the shape of the person. Now the entire thing remains the same. The only thing addition is now you know the shape, the personality shape of that person. Okay. Now adding a science to it, it makes you confident how to deal with it.
Right. I agree.
Okay. So now though it looks, and I also understand your concern कि हमेशा calculate करना पड़ेगा, नहीं. It is so simple. Once you learn it, it goes inside your deep subconscious mind. I put it that way.
Yeah.
You don't have to deliberately keep क्या है, left है, right. No. It just comes out.
Yeah, right. And what about, as per your this thing, I am a right brain person because I'm creative and everything. But in professional world, you need to learn data, you need to grab things.
I'll tell you something.
Only fight which happens.
Shall I tell you something?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are an organized mess.
Okay.
The office ka table will be very clean, neat and tidy.
Yes,
and your
I agree.
cupboard is extremely disorganized.
I agree. It happens.
Have I ever come to your home?
No.
But I know your cupboard.
I agree. It happens. Actually, this is the condition.
And one more thing, shall I tell you?
Yeah.
If Rupa is your friend and she gives you a call, Rishma, Mahabaleshwar chale kya? Chalo.
Yes. I'm always ready. Yeah, I agree.
और आपके जितने भी फैमिली फंक्शंस होते हैं, सबसे पहले डांस फ्लोर पे कौन नाचता है? रेशमा चौहान.
नहीं, वो नहीं होता.
देखो, शाइनेस अगर है, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a different story. लेकिन वो अंदर जो एनर्जी है कि पहले जाके नाचने का या फिर सबको लेके नाचने का, वो एनर्जी किसका है?
Yeah, I agree. मतलब office parties, yes, I do. I avoid family functions. Yeah.
That's a different story. I just took function.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
So I don't have to deliberately calculate. I just have to listen to you for 30 seconds.
Yeah, because you're expert in that. I need to learn this.
10 hours, you'll be exactly like me. I promise that.
Oh, not like you, but I'll get something. Yeah.
I guarantee myself, you will be like me.
Chalo, let's see. ठीक है. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so Sudhindra, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much for letting us speak to this beautiful audience. I know Sumit ji has a lot of questions to ask, but his pause, I don't know why, but no.
Yeah, anyone else? Any questions?
Yes, Sumit ji, you want to ask something?
सर जस्ट मैं जानना चाहता था आपसे कि आप मेरे बारे में कुछ बताएं, because I am not very much confident about I am right brain or left brain person, like what is active. Sometimes I feel like both sides are
you're right brain, dominantly right brain, but you have equal access to left brain also. Something that I said to third sir कौन थे? वो sir कौन थे? कुलदीप जी. So कुलदीप जी के बारे में जो बोला था, that is almost matching to you. बराबर sir? That is matching to you. Right? And one beautiful thing, whenever you meet Mr. Sumit, please hug him. He loves to hug. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right? So deep secrets we get to know through psychology.
I'm seriously interested in this, what you're talking about, but 25th and 26th, I'm not available, sir. Any other day?
Rupa and Neha, you please jot down their numbers and get in touch with them. They will send you the detail of the next upcoming lecture.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Hi, sir. I would like to know about myself because when you asked, 3 personalities to be written over here in the chat, I found it difficult to guess what I am actually.
If given a choice, what are the words that you'll use?
So I've written overthinker, serious, and passion. I'm patient.
Okay. If you have to take some decisions, 90% time you have already taken up the decision. Last 10% you hold back yourself, asking for some support. Rectangle.
Prantik sir.
Haji Mohit.
Yeah, so can you tell me I use my left brain or right brain? Quite curious to know about this.
What do you feel?
It's a mixture, I feel actually, not very sure.
Okay.
Do analyze a lot of things actually.
Go intuitively. What do you feel?
I do a lot of analysis. Generally, we have to do because when we meet customers, we have to do a lot of data.
Forget the business world in general.
In general, yes, I do.
You analyze?
Yeah, I analyze.
So which brain? Now you tell me.
Yeah. And what more can you pick from my voice? Like you were saying, I can read through the voice and all.
Yeah, I can do that. However, so I've just extended the time.
Yeah.
Just extended time. But you have identified. The most important thing is, haven't you identified yourself?
Yes.
Believe that.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay,
And just last line. You have been seeing me drinking something which is orange color. This is a green tea, not something that it looks like. शाम का मौसम है, शाम का माहौल है ऐसा करके. I don't drink. This is a green tea. Just a disclaimer. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sudhindra. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Any other questions, anyone? Yeah. Thank you so much, Prantik. And before I let you go, before I let anyone else go, here's a request. Everyone, please switch on your videos. Let's take a nice, memorable picture for Prantik, for us, with Prantik, all of us. Let's switch on our videos. Very nice, very nice. Each one of us, let's do that for the picture. Let's make it a memorable end to the session. Yeah, all of you, please switch on your video. Just for the picture. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. Neha, are you taking a screenshot? Let us know when we have to raise our thumbs. What do you want us to do? Thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes, done. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Neha, and wonderful session, Prantik. So, folks, just to give you an idea, I've attended Prantik's session, and before I attended his session, I had read a little bit about psychogeometrics, and I was like, "Kya yaar, ye geometry, psychology, inka aise forced merger, ye kya chalega?" So I was quite skeptical. And then, I attended the session, and even today, every time it's quite a learning for me. So when he explains the traits and the shapes, then that makes us think. And the demo that he gives, okay, and we saw that again today. I saw that again today. That the demo that he gives convinces me that this is a life-changing skill. This is a life-changing life skill that each one of us should possess. Do you agree with me? Just show me the thumbs up again if you agree with me, or just type yes in the chat box. Do you agree with me that this is an extremely important life skill that each one of us should possess? And we're really, really thankful to you, Prantik, for coming in tonight and explaining the concept to us. And I'm hoping that all of us from our community will be able to attend the session on the 25th and 26th. So thank you very much, Prantik. One last time, folks, let's give our love and wishes to Prantik. Go to the chat box and type brilliant Prantik, because this is an awesome session. This is a wonderful learning experience for us. So go and type brilliant Prantik. Let us express our gratitude towards him. All of us, let's do that. Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. And please stay connected with Neha and Rupa as well. Their numbers have been shared. So if you have any questions, they are the people to connect with. And if you haven't taken down their numbers, just send me a message and I'll share it with you. Okay. So that is all we have for tonight. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining in. Thank you, Prantik, Neha, of course, and Rupa. Thank you very much. And I'll see you around. Cheers. Goodbye. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
God
you.
bless.
Thank
Take care.
you.
God bless.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mohit. Thank you so much.